Hey everyone, today we are going to review Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry, which is a very anticipated read for everybody. I was incredibly lucky to get a digital arc of this book, and I'm a big Emily Henry fan, so everything else got thrown out the window and I started it immediately. Great Big Beautiful Life is out on April 22nd. Now, I have read almost all of Emily Henry's contemporary romance books. I still have not read Funny Story, which is the one she released last year. And for reference on this video, my favorite Emily Henry is Book Lovers. I've heard a joke that the first Emily Henry book is the one you will always love the most, and that might be true because Book Lovers was my first one. But the banter in Book Lovers is so good. So Great Big Beautiful Life is about Alice. Alice is a journalist, a reporter, kind of an investigative journalist. She manages to find the location of a very recluse older actress named Margaret Ives. Margaret and the Ives family is sort of this like legendary, kind of like the Rockefellers family. They own newspapers and movie studios and just all this stuff. They're an incredibly wealthy family. So Margaret is not only like this socialite debutante, but she's very much like an Elizabeth Taylor type of sort of personality, if you will. The paparazzi absolutely love her. They love to drag her through the mud, and it's, a lot. And it's kind of in that same era as like Elizabeth Taylor. So at some point in her life, she disappears off the face of the planet. Nobody knows where she is. And she is the last of the Ives children. There's no more Ives to sort of carry on this sort of name and this Rockefeller legacy. Alice manages to track her down, and she pitches to her to do an autobiography of her life story, of everything that happened, why she disappeared and all that stuff. She goes down and she finds out that another journalist / biographer named Hayden is also there to write the book. And essentially, the two of them are going to interview Margaret Ives. They're going to pitch their own ideas of what they want to have her book be, and then she's going to choose one of them. So they are journalist rivals. But of course, Alice and Hayden start spending time together outside of Margaret's house, and, love starts to bloom. This book is a little difficult for me. I do love Emily Henry a lot, and even on the books that haven't been super popular with people, such as Happy Place, I still really enjoyed the journey that she took me on. Emily Henry is sort of known for kind of tearing your heart out, of being very emotional. And I like that in a book a lot. I think a lot of people go into her books thinking they are rom-coms, and they are not rom-coms. With this book, I really liked the concept and the idea of it. You interspace chapters from Alice's POV with Margaret Ives' story. So you're sort of learning her life story as you are following these other characters in their current today life story. But it felt like I've read this book before. Book Lovers is about two rival authors. People We Meet on Vacation is about a travel journalist. The chapters of Margaret's memories and her history seemed really important at the time, but ultimately didn't quite have that impact towards the end of the story for me as much as I think Emily Henry intended. The banter for me was not good. It wasn't bad, but it was nowhere near the level of her other books and kind of what she's known for. I liked all the characters. I thought it was really fun, but I just didn't feel the energy between them. I didn't feel the connection in them that I have in her past books. There's a little bit of a mystery plot line in this book as well, because while you're finding out Margaret's story, you still don't know why she sort of disappeared from the public eye until the very end of the book. And I liked the reveal. I think the sort of big twist at the end was great. It should have happened 50 pages earlier, because that plot line is super interesting. And instead of sort of meandering along down this path that we've been in this book, that should have been brought in sooner and dealing with the repercussions of that plot line earlier. And I know that doesn't make any sense if you haven't read it, but when you read it, I think you'll understand what I'm saying. But there was just chapter after chapter where I was like, and then what? And then what are we doing here? Again, I have not read Funny Story yet, but for me, this was my least favorite Emily Henry book. She's still a good writer. You're probably still going to enjoy it, especially because it's pretty short. But I don't think like a year from now, you're going to sit back and go, that was a great book. I fully believe that I will completely forget the plot of this book within the next 6 weeks. So ultimately, I gave Great Big Beautiful Life 3.5 stars. The half star is because the ending was really good. Otherwise, it would have just been a 3-star. And remember, it comes out April 22nd. If you've read it, I am super curious to hear what you think about it. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.